everybody, and welcome back to The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I'm your whimsical dame, Victoria, and we are going to play some D&D tonight and potentially finish a module. But before we do that, we are going to do announcements and a recap. So, Kristy, if you could be so kind as to roll that announcement clip, please and thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to the show. Now, here's a word from our sponsors. Little Dragon Core is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. I mean, look at all these pretty dicey boys. Head on over to littledragoncorp.com and enter the coupon code BONUS for 15% off your order. That's BONUS. Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com. Also, big thanks to Syrinscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download the Syrinscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included to get you started. You don't even need to register. Go to Syrinscape.com to find out more. Thanks as well to Adrian Von Ziegler for providing some additional music that we use here on Thursday nights. He's a talented composer with great content usage rights, so go check out his YouTube and Patreon and support him if you can. Please check out our other games. We stream almost every day here at Probo. We have games for several of the major published 5e modules, as well as homebrew games, and some of our games feature systems other than 5e, like Star Wars, Power Rangers, and Alien. Come watch all of our VODs over on our YouTube. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for supporting Proficiency Bonus. And now, back to the show.
Thank you, as always, Kristy, for your amazing video editing skills. I don't know what we, or just like Proficiency Bonus, would do without you, because you rule. With that, we're going to kick it on over to Ink for a recap. Resident Recapper, what do you have for us?
Well, Victoria, I have what very well could be the last recap of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight module, which is very interesting and exciting. So of course...
Oh no! Oh no! Of course we have technical difficulties!
Oh no!
Am I
like this.
Frozen!
Oh no!
Oopsie.
No, he's still going.
No!
No!
Go tell him! Go tell him! Go tell him!
No.
You're frozen!
little like ours.
Oh my god, you froze
No!
the entire thing!
That's okay,
It's
because
chaos!
much like Zybilna, I will unfreeze myself and tell you what happened last time
Oh
on
my
Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Wow.
So, just running spoiler warning, everyone. We are in the very, and I mean very last parts of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight module. So if you are planning on running or playing in it, please be aware of that. Your game is definitely not going to look like ours, but it may look a little bit like it. So, getting into the recap, last time on Wild Beyond the Witchlight, all hell had broken loose, quite literally. The Jabberwock was awake and rampaging through the castle as our adventuring party did their best to try and free the last members of Valor's Call, Valor's Heart, Valor's Call, the heartful callers of Valor.
Valor's Call in the League of Malevolence.
The Valor's Call. Why do I always want to say heart? I'm thinking about the deer. Freeing the last members of Valor's Call and also Bloody Beak so that they can get the rest of the League of Malevolence taken care of, as well as not be killed by the Jabberwock. It took a lot of panicking and some coordination with the whole party across the entire main floor of the castle, but Bloody Beak is currently fighting the Jabberwock. The party has defeated the last members of the League of Malevolence, and all of the members of Valor's Call have been unfrozen in time. All that remains is hopefully a little bit of cleanup, some last little bits of exploring for secrets, and one last riddle to be solved for the freeing of Zybilda, also known as Igwilv, from her frozen stasis. That's where we left
Nice.
off, Victoria.
Thank you so much. So Kristy and Ink, you guys can take D6 Bardic Inspirations for your contributions to the stream this evening, and for our DJ Graph, and for our Keeper of Bargains and Deals, Iris, you guys can have player inspirations because your characters have been made whole or were never not whole to start with. And with that, we're gonna get right back to it with a short rest.
God.
So the group of you can gather up. You know that Mercian, Ringlerun, Strongheart, and Molliver, they have Kellic, the leader of the League of Malevolence. They're like kind of like binding him up in the dining room. So you guys have like free reign over the castle, and as far as you know at this point, like all threats have been neutralized that you're aware of. So you're welcome to pop a squat wherever you would like. Take a short rest.
Popping a squat. Using my arcane recovery, a combined level of 4. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Do I want my 4th level spell slot back? Yes, I think I do. Okay.
And they'll also get Elkhorn unpetrified too. And get him down there. Come here, old man. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, is there anything anyone wants to say or otherwise do on the short rest?
Okay, so before we get Zybilda, can we see if we can find that secret library, you guys? Since it seems that all the fighting is done. The fighting's done, right?
I hope so.
Not sure.
Oh, I mean, that was the rest of the league, right?
I think they confirmed that was all of them, right? 'Cause they had the last one. We go check on the last one, how they're faring against the last one.
Like the league, the only one who's left. So as far as the league goes, you guys killed Warduke. You also killed Zargash. You met Charmaine, who said that she had defected and was like, I don't want anything to do with them. I just want to be a really terrible actress. You also met the last guy whose name I definitely know to be Zarek, or Zarak. He was the orc that you guys met when you were in Fable Rise, which is the domain within the domain of Yarn Spinner, the giant spider.
Yeah.
And he was there, and in exchange for helping him get out, you guys were basically like, leave. Like, we don't want to see you again. Don't come near us.
He wasn't here?
No, not that. Yeah, you guys told him like to leave you guys alone.
Yeah, well.
So then the only one who's left is Kellic, and it's like 5v1. It's like Elkhorn, Mercy, and Molliver, Ringlerun, Strongheart. Like they just like surround and beat down this man and like tie him up.
I'm okay looking for a library as long as Kellic's taken care of.
Yeah. Let's just not take too long to find it. I'm pretty sure if Bloody Beak comes back and we haven't freed Zybilda by then, we'll have another big problem to worry about. And I'm not in the mood for any more big problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you guys had talked to Sean, the librarian, he had said that he might know what that riddle is, but he needed you to deal with the League of Malevolence first because they had also asked him to help figure out what the deal is with like this, like the time freeze, the riddle, like everything. So he had told you guys like, yeah, go upstairs, go to the secret library, do whatever. Just if you want me to tell you what this is, defeat not Valor's Call, the League of Malevolence. Defeat Valor's Call. So
so we
Isn't
should
the
go
secret
back to
library
him.
that secret door at the top of the stairs we couldn't open?
Yeah,
Potentially, 'cause we now
had a
we-
bunch of
There's the
locks
bird
and
door,
riddles
yeah.
and stuff.
In the bird door. Go back up
you
to
guys
the...
just know that like the secret library is upstairs. The top of the tower there with that like door and that crazy lock on it. Like, yeah, you don't know if that's the library or if that's something else.
I would like to at least go back to the bird door.
And say
Yeah,
her true
you
name?
Certainly can.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let me.
I'll go with you.
I'm still sleeping, right? Because
Yeah.
I lose 24 hours.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You
I'm just
are
making sure.
passed out.
Yeah.
So Saoirse is knocked out. Like, if you guys want to put her somewhere, you're more than welcome.
Somewhere comfortable.
Roll her off the side.
No.
put her on the beanstalk.
I'll set her very nicely on this table.
Oh, the table! Oh
You've got her
my
on
goodness!
Yeah. Okay. So Saoirse is napping on a table.
I make sure she's
Um,
comfortable with like all our extra supplies. Like she gets pillows and blankets and coziness.
For sure. Yeah, but it's gonna take like a hearty rest for her to
Yeah.
be able to wake up.
Okay.
So the group of you, we're gonna copy. We're gonna come over here. All right. Are you guys all seeing this other map?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yep.
just gonna put. Where are we? Shift ping. And I'm just gonna paste you all there. Okay, so you can head back up there to that ornate iron door at the top of the staircase, with all of those like cogs and latches and tumblers that are all like stuck together, and you can see again that inscription around the base of the doorknob that says "Speak my name."
Natasha.
Yeah, so you grasp the doorknob, you say Natasha, and all of the locks that are on this door begin to open simultaneously. So the door swings open to reveal the Tarrasque.
No.
Yeah, like another Jabberwock. There were two.
Oh, no. The door swings open to reveal a circular chamber illuminated by drifting balls of colored light. In the middle of the room, a finely forged greatsword floats, point upward, 3 feet above a treasure chest. The magic that holds the sword aloft also rotates it slowly so that the blade catches and reflects the multicolored lights. The sword is very magical.
Damn. A
Wow.
whole room for a sword.
There's a treasure chest underneath it too.
Do you think it's safe to grab?
Clover, what do you see in this room with those?
Yeah, I'll
Oh, wait,
detect
you don't-
magic.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure I still have detect magic.
I'm assuming you ritual casted it at the end of your long
Short rest. Yeah. Oh, we
Yeah,
had a long rest?
Short rest.
Oh,
Nope,
okay.
short
No.
rest. I mean, if you guys want a long rest,
No.
you can.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, so you would see that there's a very strong magical aura coming off of the sword.
Can I tell what type of magic?
it's just like a magical item. Most magical items don't necessarily
What if-
have
Okay.
one type.
Wait, what if this is that sword that all
Sword.
the other swords were talking about?
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
about. The Vorpal sword or whatever.
Yeah, it had
Snickersnack.
it had a name. Yeah, Snickersnack.
Snicker snack.
Well, we don't need to kill the Jabberwock, but in case it comes back, let's see if this is Snickersnack. Let me go in there and see if I can identify it.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you guys want to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put it in maps, handouts, and pics.
I mean, because if we're trying to save her and the Jabberwock keeps getting in the way, then we should definitely have it to defend ourselves to help her.
I want that.
Oh,
Give it to
no.
me.
No,
Give it
wait.
here.
So you want to cast Identify on this sword.
This sword looks dope as hell.
Oh no.
He goes a little bit like, oh, it's got like the kind of like roses and thorns and stuff, but he goes like, it's my job as the wizard. So I take my little pearl, I hold the pearl against my forehead, and I start lightly tickling the sword with my swan feather.
Yeah,
Oh my
for sure.
God.
I just sent you the link to the item there. But as you identify it, so you become aware of like the different things that it can do. It has a kind of like some paragraphs, but as you finish the Identify, you feel yourself brushing against consciousness. Probably for one of the first times ever while identifying an item. Like you look at this item and it looks back at you for just a brief moment.
Wait, hello?
No response.
Ego does say that out loud while identifying it. Yeah. Yeah, this is Snickersnack.
Oh.
Incredibly powerful.
This is a Vorpal blade as well.
Yeah, so, guys, it's a +3 Vorpal blade.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
And yeah, so if you roll a 20 on the attack roll, you cut off a creature's head. Creature dies if
Yeah.
it can't survive without the head. Creature is immune to this effect if it is immune to slashing damage. It doesn't have or need a head. Has legendary actions, or the DM decides that the creature is too big for its head to be cut off. But otherwise, it deals an additional 68 slashing damage on top of the crit.
Oh my god.
While attuned to Snickersnack, you have proficiency with greatswords, so anyone can wield it.
Wow.
It is a greatsword.
Oh.
And you can use your charisma modifier instead
Oh,
of your
that's-
strength modifier for attack and damage rolls.
I would become a serial killer. I can't have it. She can't have it. That's so dangerous.
The stuff
thing
about
is-
the sentience, that part, like you are aware
Not
that it
reading
has a sentience, but you don't know like that information specifically unless you attune.
I'm not actually reading it. I
Okay.
stopped right at but yeah, it's sort of like if you connect with the sword, it will make sure that you know how to use it. And you
Wow.
can even wield it through sheer force of will, even though it's really big. You don't need to be strong. It's like you can wield it with your heart. Hard to
Wow.
explain, I know, but magic.
That
Sword.
definitely sounds like some vibes and feelings mumbo jumbo. All in
Well-
all, powerful sword, right?
Yes. Incredibly so.
Should we take it?
You'd need to take a while to attune to it. Like an hour. But nothing says that you can't start doing that while we walk around. It's just for protection's sake, in case the Jabberwock comes back.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Sure.
You're an oath-bound paladin to preserve the light and stuff. Like, you should. She can't get mad at you if you have it, right, Don?
I think she could. But will she is another story. It's stronger than the sword I have now. No offense.
No offense.
He just says out to the universe.
Just no offense, but
Sam.
I
I think it's worth taking just because it will be helpful. If she wants us to give it back, we can give it back.
I'm reaching up. If it's standing, it's like perched on. It's like standing perfectly on top of the chest.
It's like floating above it with the point facing up and like slowly spinning. So it's just like
so you could just reach out and
the handle is at grabbing height.
Like a video game.
Yeah, the slow like.
you have to
bounce.
press X.
Without revealing it, Ego internally is scared of the presence that he felt inside of it. And so she starts to reach out and goes, well, I'm not going to wield it, so Don, you can take it.
All right. Sure thing.
I'd probably drop it anyway.
Do you take
Well,
Snicker Snack?
he'll reach out and grab it, and he said, well, you just said you can wield it with your heart, right? So I don't know.
Well, after you connect your heart with it, yeah, but like right now it's really heavy. It's bigger than me!
It is bigger than you. He'll grab it, though.
Yeah, so as your hands connect with the hilt
Yes.
of this greatsword,
Yeah.
the
Oh my
levitation effect,
god.
the levitation effect on it ends, and you are able to grab it. And it's like surprisingly light for a giant sword.
Yeah, he like hoists it, and he says, "It's not that heavy."
You're also really strong, Don.
And it doesn't
Really
take up your
strong.
full body height.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. He'll keep it on his side, and he'll say, "I guess I'll start attuning." How do you attune to something?
Just open your heart to it and keep it close to you for a while. It will reach out.
Right. All right. I've only done this one time before, and it didn't. I'll try. Thumbs up.
And then, how about this chest? Is it locked?
It's not locked.
Clover, you didn't see anything on this chest, right? It's not magical?
At least not on the outside. I don't know if it's like thick enough that it blocks the inside. Or what type of material. Nothing I see.
And so far, if no one's saying, "Hey, like, don't root through this chest," I'm a little witch, and I want to go through
Clover.
the chest.
Clover's been like shoulders to her, like her chin, because her ears are up here anyway. Like her shoulders are up, and she's like looking really nervous. And until Dawn says, like, if she asks for it back, we'll give it back. I think she's like not saying no, but she's not encouraging what you're doing. She's not very happy about this, but she's letting it happen.
I would like to open the chest.
Yeah, so when you
Just
open
to
the
look.
chest,
Just
you
to
see three things. You see that there's this ornate scabbard for a greatsword that is adorned with actively flaming phoenix feathers. There is a gold helmet decorated with the antlers of a heart. And there is a shimmering silver cloak with a unicorn embroidered on it in
Whoa.
thread made out of platinum.
What?
What?
Oh god, okay. These look really good. We can. This
No
is
magic,
going
right?
beyond rest-
This is all just really fancy shit.
Yeah, so I'll
Platinum
put it
thread?
into,
Are you
I'll put it
kidding?
into the loot channel so that you guys
Platinum
can.
thread. That sounds gorgeous.
I think the amount of platinum that went into threading this cloak could buy you a house in the Seaward.
Yeah, I feel like Dawn probably has the ability to like vaguely appraise these items quickly. The scabbard is worth at least 1,000 gold. The helmet's worth at least 2,500, and the cloak is worth at least 7,500.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They're not magical though.
None of these are magical.
I know.
They're
and
just
definitely, this goes beyond reciprocity. If no one can think of what they'd like to ask for their boon after helping Zybilda, though, say that you would like some really fancy treasure, and I'll close the chest again.
Let's just go for the gold. If no one can think of shit, like just default gold or fancy shit.
Because we're gonna be going. Oh my god, we might be going home.
If I could get money for a house, that would be nice.
Do you think that we need to ask her to send us home, or do you think we can find a mushrooms ring?
There's been a bunch of mushroom rings around.
And didn't someone tell us that there is one back, but they don't, like, there's so many you have to figure it out yourself, basically?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a secret library.
Okay.
So, we keep looking.
Yeah, that guy said he knew the riddle or something about finding it, so we could check back in with him if you wanted to.
That would be nice. Yes. He owes us since we have defeated the League.
Only just
Yeah.
2 of these. Yeah, so you want to go back down to the lower floor?
Whispering.
And they're like, you
swords talking to him.
freaking stole!
I'm
I'm not gonna attune to you because you stole me!
Can I
I didn't
message
steal you. I borrowed you.
while we're heading that way? I'm letting them take the lead. Clover's kind of been like the follower role at this moment, but she's gonna message Aurum. Do you want me to look up stuff and see if I can find clues about the Uncourt while I'm in the library? I know you don't want to go, but I could look for stuff for you.
Well, I thought nobody was interested in that, so. I was
Oh,
just
I'm
kinda gonna
interested.
try to figure
It
that out.
just makes me nervous. I'm definitely interested.
I would be interested. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's a good idea.
I'll try to keep it focused on that then, because I don't know what the other two are looking for, and I don't know what I could look for. So I thought maybe I'd ask if you want me to look for that.
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool. I can't look for anything. I don't know how to read, so
I know that's why you didn't want to come. It's okay. I'll look.
I know a couple letters, but yeah.
Okay, I'll do my
Thanks.
best. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so did you want to go and look for the secret library, or did you want to go back to Sean in, like, the main library?
Sean knew the way to the secret library, I believe. Yes, that's what.
He was because he was mad at us, so he's like, it's on the second floor, go away, and he didn't give us the directions.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll pop back over and take you guys over to the library. So yeah, you can hop back in, and Sean turns around, sees the group of you, says, well, I hope that you have some good news to report at least, and you're not just coming back here to bother me.
We have great news, actually. The League of Malevolence has been defeated, like you asked.
Oh, finally. It's about time. That took you long enough.
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Excuse me, I never said that I was gonna help defeat them.
You did say that you would help us find the secret library, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I can do that.
Of course you can.
You have to.
You didn't want the... I mean, if that's what you want in exchange for...
Well, I mean, we are going to need that riddle translated if you want us to be able to free Zybilna, but that's a different deal.
Yeah, great. Okay. So he will give you directions on how to get up to the secret library. So if you come over to P14, he'll basically explain to you that like parts of the second floor can be like kind of hard to get to. It's almost like there's like two sections of it that like don't really connect. So if you were to go up P14D, so this staircase that's to the right of this like triple lion lock symbol, where it says up to P14H.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah, that
basically,
was the one that Aurum started running up.
yeah, and you have to follow that hallway all the way down the length of the castle. And then you will get to what he calls the flooded hall, and he will tell you that the door to the secret library is at the end of the flooded hall. If you were to go up the staircase for P14C, this one over here that takes you up to P14G, that is more like the guest quarters. A couple other like rooms that would also lead you to like Zybilna's room. So that's like the left spiral staircase is like living quarters and a couple other things. The staircase on the right is what would get you to the secret library after you go through the flooded hall.
All right.
Then let's go.
Yeah, we'll follow those instructions exactly to his specifications.
Okay. Did you want the riddle stuff now or later?
We can come back for the riddle stuff.
Well, shouldn't we get it now so we don't have to come back?
Okay, we'll get it now.
So Sean will tell you, so that poem, it's actually an incantation. It's an incantation for a very powerful spell that was created by Baba Yaga and Zybilna together. And if you recite that spell and also were to touch her cauldron with a unicorn horn, I'm pretty sure that would end the time stop spell on everyone. Like everyone that's affected by it, it would end it on all of them at once. That's yeah. So it's not actually a poem, it's an incantation. I'm surprised you didn't notice that. But now you know. You're welcome.
We are welcome.
Did you need anything else?
Did
or
you?
You're gonna get out. For you to get out.
Then I'll do that. You're welcome.
Ugh. And he like just is disgusted with you.
He goes like, it was like, how was I supposed to know it was an incantation? It's not like any incantation. Well, okay, it sounds kind of like my incantations, but how was I supposed to know?
It does seem very witchy.
I know.
Double trouble, oil and bubble. Something, cauldron.
Fire, burn, and cauldron bubble.
So I'm putting little like text labels in these hallways for you guys. So, where would you like to go?
Vic, sorry, I forgot to mention, because
Yes.
of reasons. While we were doing the short rest, because this is something I wanted to do last week, she attuned to the wing boots.
Okay. You surely can.
Can I take the frog out of my bindle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, little frog.
Hey, we killed the guy.
Yeah, I know! I was really scared that you were gonna fall out of that hole in the side of the castle.
Oh yeah, that was no thing.
I mean, I'm just a frog, so like, what would I have done, right? You know, I would have just fallen.
Yeah.
You
Me
gonna
too.
freeze my building now?
In a minute.
We're working on it.
Did you need something? I'm just a frog, so I don't really know what I would do for you other than if you want to hear me like ribbit or croak. You let out a really very kind of sexy croak right when you were getting attacked by that Jabberwock, and it was like kind of into it. I heard the whole thing. Do you know what that?
I'm just gonna leave him in there for a minute.
What makes a croak sexy?
I have no idea.
All right, where are we going? What are we doing?
We're going to find that secret library.
Secret library.
Alrighty, so
Oh.
over to P14D and up the stairs.
Yes.
Pop it back over to this. Aurum, get out of there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so are you guys able to control these tokens here?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Aurum's in the lead.
So yeah, there's you guys at as you exit like this turret here, there is a little door right there that leads out to the Court of Storms. When you look out there, you would see that there's like a ghostly elven woman that appears to be trapped in temporal stasis in the Court of Storms, like up here. And then there's another door here. If you open that one up, it has a lion lock. This is just that balcony that was overlooking the dining area. There's a harpsichord up here.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like it's a 30-foot high balcony that overlooks that banquet hall. The harpsichord is decorated with painted petals, and it's situated at one end of the balcony near a double door that you guys are opening up and peeking into. But you can continue onward. Let me map layer. Pop a couple things on the map layer. One second. Okay. Continuing down the hallway?
Yes.
Okay. So... you continue down... Oh my god, go away. Okay. You can see that this like little hallway here, where you are, Aurum, there's the beanstalk that you climbed up before. But if you open the doors to room P34, which I'm gonna kind of move over here, you would see that there are 4 3-foot square oak panels mounted on the wall along the eastern side of this like short hallway. Each panel has a hinged hatch attached to a wooden handle. So it's almost like little like 3-foot square like boxes with like doors on little handled doors on them.
I'm gonna open the door.
One second. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. Yeah. You open up that first hatch, and you see that there's a square cavity, and inside you see the decapitated head of a bugbear. When you open the hatch, the head inside of that cavity barks, "Yeah!"
Yeah.
I'm gonna close the door. A little spooked, but I'm okay.
I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds that something like that happens again in the next box?
Yeah, right.
Not the what are the odds?
You open the next one.
Yeah.
You open it and see the head of a harpy that screams at you, "Bah!"
Yeah, but.
Yeah, bah.
Baba Yaga. You gotta make him say Baba Yaga.
Oh my god.
You're
Okay.
really good. Okay.
That was really fast. Well done.
I'm gonna open this door.
The third one, you'd see the decapitated head of a hobgoblin that shouts at you, "Gah!"
Yeah. So
Uh,
do
you-
we? So do we? Is that all? Do we do ba ba like the same one, or is this last one also gonna say ba?
You want to check the last one?
I'm gonna check the
I have
last
no
one.
idea.
Well, I'm worried that like the last one is like gonna be a trap because we can technically do it with the first three.
It's all right. I'm already opening it.
Okay, you would see the decapitated head of an ogre that shouts at you, "Bah!"
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Hey, there's more than 4 of us, so why don't we all?
Okay.
I'll take this one.
So okay, so it's I think I'm a ba. No,
I'm a bah.
No, you're Ya.
no,
Aurum is
I'm ya.
okay. So right now, so Dawn at the top is Ya, with the bugbear.
Yeah,
Ego,
so I'm
you
Ba.
are in front of Harpy, which is Ba. Clover, you are in front of the hobgoblin, which is Ga.
Bah.
And Aurum has the other Ba with the ogre.
Okay, so ego, Aurum,
Done. And then
Dawn,
Clover.
Clover, ba yaga.
Just like that.
Okay, so Ego, Aurum, Dawn, and then Clover.
Ba
Yeah.
yaga.
Yeah, so these decapitated heads one by one do say ba ba ya ga. And all of you guys
Die.
Instantaneously.
They all cast Finger of Death.
instantly die.
Disintegrate
Um,
instantly.
God. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Boy, where are you? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay. Actually, I gotta move all of this. No way. You guys were all teleported to P47, where you just were.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
So you're back in the destroyed study.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Did we get it
figured
right or
out.
did we get it wrong?
I mean, what else would it be?
Maybe we gotta do the bars in the opposite direction.
Well, did we check
Like,
these doors?
My boss first and your boss
We never
second.
no, Clover. We never checked the door. I think we could have just walked past it.
If you guys wanted to use some sort of like flight, you can fly over back to the stairwell that you started from.
I can now.
It would immediately take my
Hey, what's up with that
fourth level
person?
spell slot.
Oh, that was Strongheart.
That was
He didn't-
Strongheart when he was
Oh,
first.
we got her?
Oh yeah, you. It was the session that you missed.
Okay.
That was him being viewed from the second floor, where his token was on the first floor.
See.
Okay.
Yeah, this was him here.
So maybe we gotta do the
Man.
buzz the other way.
We'll also check the door first.
Yeah, we can check the door first, and once we check the doors, we can figure out if we got it right or if we did it horribly wrong. Somehow.
Is flying the only way back out?
No, we have to just backtrack all the way back.
Yeah.
Get out of the first floor.
You can go all the way back down to the first floor and just like make your way through if you want.
A walk is fine because Dawn is trying to attune to the sword.
That's true.
Yeah, we can just do a quick montage.
Actually, if you guys are going back down to, you guys are about to be popping back and forth over maps. This is actually relevant.
Oh,
I swear.
okay.
So
It's
you guys
relevant, I
pop
swear.
back down, the tower here. I just realized that you would have gone by this, but we'll just do it now. Put you guys back in this tower. So map player. Okay, you ignore the picture. I don't know why they gave her this. I don't know why they did this to her, but they did. So as you guys get back down in there, you're very clearly like in a throne room. There's a ring of marble pillars that are sculpted with images of fairies and demons that support the arched ceiling of this circular chamber. There are 7 archways spaced evenly around the room's perimeter that lead to empty turrets with tall, stained glass windows set in their walls. And you can see that there are definitely like some humanoid kind of looking like shapes built into the stained glass that you could probably activate more golems in this room, like the ones that Kellic had activated in the dining hall. So each window has this image of a knight in armor. And in the middle of the room, there is a gilded wooden throne with clawed feet, and it sits empty. However, there's a statue of an unarmored elf that stands in front of the throne, posed as if ready for battle with a short sword gripped tightly in one hand and a whip in the other. And Ego, even though this person is a statue, you recognize this face immediately as the face of Razel Uthamar, the person that taught you blade singing while you were lost in the Feywild. And she is petrified, likely by the cockatrices that Kellic had at his command.
This is my teacher.
Sorry?
I was lost in the Feywild once before. When I was younger and I couldn't make it back home. And trying to learn magic anywhere I could, I met who taught me my swordsmanship. My mom didn't teach me that. It's the only other person that ever taught me anything. I've been kind of trying to find her ever since.
Is there any way we could help her?
The cleric of Valor's Call seemed to believe that she could cure petrification.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Please.
I will activate the fly. Why not? I'll activate my boots and get there quicker. This seems important.
Yeah, for sure. So you can fly across, because this opening, like at P13, technically, like in order to get into the throne room, you do have to fly. But I missed that the first time. So we're just gonna make it a thing now. So you can fly across and head over to the dining room, where you can see Valor's Call has completely like bound Kellic. He's like manacled, he's shackled, he's tied up, he's knocked unconscious, and the group of them are just kind of like conferring. He's down over here.
They're all kicking him.
Yeah, they're all just beating the shit out of him. And they're all kind of like talking about like the things that have been happening to them because Molliver and Elkhorn were not like with the rest of the group. So they're talking like Elkhorn is saying like, yeah, I had been here with y'all, but these hags unfroze me to interrogate me, and then they stuck me in a hole in the kitchen. And I met this lovely 8-foot tall elven woman. She was quite a beauty, a little bit young for me though. And Molliver's like, yeah, I probably should come with you guys, but I was still here. I just was somewhere else. I met these like little guys. Oh, hey Clover, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll turn to the healer. I forget her name.
Mercian.
Mercian? We just found another petrified person. It sounds like they're Ego's mentor, and Ego's really distressed. Is there a way you could unpetrify them?
Certainly, that is the least I could do for the lot of you after freeing me. Lead the way?
Yeah, I'll lead her back, but the proper way, just so we can get there properly.
Yeah, well, you have to fly to get there.
She can fly, right? Or I'll just get the rocking horse thingy. We'll get that.
Yeah, I feel like Saoirse had it, so you guys probably like just.
Yeah, I'll go back to her. Yeah, I'll go to Saoirse's room. Give her a kiss on the cheek.
Hey, we've got Saoirse passed out on a table right now.
Well, she's the one that told us to let her sleep.
Horse.
Yeah, we get the rocking horse.
Yeah, and Mercian's like, you want me to sit on a rocking horse?
Unless you want to use a spell slot and fly.
Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. So she will hop
Don't
on
look a gift unicorn horse and rocking horse.
Don't look a gift rocking horse in the mouth. Oh no, I just stretched her vertically. You guys can fly across. She will pop in. And she'll take a look at Razel here. Luckily for you, I can do this one more time today. So, if you could be so kind as to not get yourself petrified in the next 8 or so hours, that would be great. She will lay a hand on the stony visage of this elven individual, and the little bits of like stone begin to flake off from her skin. And you would see standing before you is a drow woman. She is like very tall, slender, very muscular build. She has tattoos on her arm, one of like a serpent that swirls all the way down her arm, and then another of like a lion that's kind of like rearing up on this arm. And she is like mid like sword swing, and then kind of like many of the people here that you have been freeing from various forms of being stuck in one place, catches herself and looks around. And then her eyes land on you, Ego, and says, "That is a face I have not seen for quite some time. You are the one called Ego."
Yes.
"Might I ask, why are you here and the dark wizards are gone from this place? Last I remember, a cockatrice was clawing me up."
Well, the answer to the first question is a rather long story. The
I don't have
second one
time
is
for that.
easier, though. My friends and I, defeated them.
I should expect no less from a pupil of mine. Excellent work. Tell me, have you spoken with Zybilna?
She's currently frozen in time, but we plan to rectify that soon.
Okay. I thought perhaps that was just an unfortunate but temporary effect on the denizens of this castle when I had returned, but it would seem it was far larger than I had suspected. You plan to free her?
Yes.
You know that I work for her, right?
No.
Oh. Call me her ambassador.
Ambassador?
Sure. Close enough.
I've been trying to find you for a really long time.
Really? Why is that?
You were there for me when I was lost. And I got very lost again. Wasn't lost alone this time, but I've changed a lot.
You know, I don't think that you were lost so much as just needing a push in the right direction. And as far as change, you do look a lot stronger, taller too.
Oh,
Do you
Maybe.
remember what I taught you? Do you remember your
Yes.
song?
yes, it's saved my life and helped me be able to protect people that I care about.
A suggestion? Teach it to people? Your song didn't save your life or the lives of people you care about. You did that. The song is a tool. You're the one who wields it.
Just like my sword and my magic.
Exactly. Well, who would have thought that once upon a time, I point you in the right direction to help you find your way, and now here you are pointing me in the right direction to help my mistress. I thank you. I owe you.
Noted.
And you know the power of that now, I see.
I do.
Good.
Well, I'm happy you're okay.
I feel a little stiff, if we're going to be honest. I think I need to do some stretches or something, but I would very much like to see my lady.
She's in the main ballroom for now. Just as you left her.
Right. I had come back from a an ambassador mission given to me by Zybilna, and when I had come back, everyone was frozen in time. I thought, you know, maybe there are spells that can do that for a few seconds. I thought maybe it was just carrying out. I came to the throne room only to find that there were a group of foul evildoers here that were thought they could sit their dirty asses on Zybilna's throne. Was going to fight them. They played dirty. I should have remembered to do that too. But what was I supposed to do? 1 versus 5. That's the odds were not in my favor.
If they hadn't resorted to using basilisks, teacher, I'm sure that we wouldn't have had to clean up their mess.
Yeah, petrification is just a very dirty way to go, if you ask me, but...
Well...
So you are... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you can do your stretches. We can handle it.
Do you need help getting your way around the castle? It can be a bit intimidating for a newcomer.
We've gone through a lot of it.
Look,
I keep on looking at Dodd like holding the sword.
Yeah,
But,
and she catches your gaze going to Snickersnack, and she's like, look, I'm not going to fault anyone for a bit of plundering. I love finding treasure.
Oh, okay, we're trying to find her secret library so that I can read her tomes.
Oh, of course, yeah, I can take you to that. She is going to want She's going to want Snickersnack back, I can tell you that right now. You could take almost anything else in this tower, and she would be fine with it, but Snickersnack she will have a problem with.
Man.
It's just in case the Jabberwock comes back.
Comes back? You drove it
Bloody,
off?
Bloody Beak took it away. We didn't see what happened.
We freed Bloody Beak, and then Dawn. This is my friend Dawn. Oh my god. So wait, okay. This is my friend Dawn.
Dawn.
Who can
Nice to
talk
meet you.
talk to animals, talk to Bloody Beak, got Bloody Beak to not eat us and instead fight the Jabberwock. this is Aurum, who
Aurum.
led the Jabberwock away and had it chase him throughout the whole castle. This is Clover.
Clover.
She's a very good friend of mine.
Pleasure to meet you all. I am
And-
Reza Luthamar, ambassador for Zybilna.
And this is Saoirse, who's fairly new, but
Well, Saoirse's passed out
Saoirse's
on the table in the other room.
She's on the
right.
table.
And there's also Saoirse, who's
Saoirse.
sleeping.
Oh, okay.
She's also a
Again.
princess.
Oh. Zybilna will be very interested to know that there is royalty walking in her halls.
We hope she can help her.
Princess, does she, princess of,
Spring Court or
The
Summer
Spring Court.
Spring Court.
ooh. You didn't,
Like
okay, so she
she's-
is a Fae prince. Is she the archfey of,
She
not-
is.
no,
yeah,
right? She's
well,
not,
She's in line to be the next archfey of something.
but
The
she's not,
Spring-
she's not the,
There's like a new kid in the family.
She is Archfey, though. She
There-
told me.
There isn't a new kid in the family yet.
She
But
is
she
the
is
current only heir to the Spring Throne. Yes.
she is the, oh, okay, so this is the princess of, okay, so as an ambassador, usually to Summer, I am a little bit privy to what happens in the courts. I had heard that there was a princess of Spring who had been cloistered away due to some sort of foul curse that everyone
Yeah,
knows
that's
of,
her.
but
She's
no
the
one
cursed
will
one.
speak of. Yes, so it is not her mother though. It is the cursed.
It is the daughter. Yeah. Yes, it's
Okay,
the cursed.
Yes.
If
princess.
another archfey were to just show up uninvited into the home of an archfey, it would be a little.
She's just a baby archfey. She's harmless. She's a baby archfey.
That can be explained. If she were the archfey of Spring there, and she showed up on Zybilna's door and entered her home uninvited, that would be a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a threat. But
Mm.
that I can work with that. I can
Okay.
explain that. So you want to go to the secret library?
Yes, please.
You can fly.
Yeah.
I see your boots. The rocking horse.
Can
I
fly.
recognize it. It belonged to Zybilna's one of her sisters.
It's
Super dead.
Wonderful.
Yeah, all
Even
three of them.
better.
All three of them are gone. But yeah, this was previously a unicorn, we think, and it was cursed. Like, she turned it into this? She turned him into
Ugh.
this?
Disgusting. What a foul thing to do to such a noble creature.
I think we can
Right.
fix him after we fix Zybilna.
That is good.
So, yeah, Clover can fly on her own. Someone else can fly on the rocking horse, and actually, I can handle the other two if we all need to fly.
Well, flying will help you to get through the Court of Storms, but if you, it's a good thing to be able to do here. Zybilna can just sort of teleport all over. So half the time, what is the point in even having a place to walk? It makes it interesting for those of us who are not particularly magically inclined. But
Then let's fly.
wonderful. So. You guys can do like the little unicorn taxi or the
Yeah.
rocking horse taxi that you guys do if you want. I'm assuming Clover's probably gonna be the one ferrying it back and forth with her boots.
Yes.
But yeah, so if you want to save spell slots and do that, and Razel will come with you unless you don't want her to.
I have no problem
but,
if she wants to come.
I'd
she
imagine
is-
Ego wants to spend more time with her.
This is probably the only like parental like figure I
Yeah,
have
that's
that
non-toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fair.
so as you guys are like like walking. Like Razel's definitely like wanting, saying that like after all of this is done, like she wants to like see how your form is and like make sure that like you've been practicing. Like, and she says it very jokingly. She's not like doing it in an overbearing way, but she's kind of like, it's been some time since our lessons together. I would like to, see how you have progressed. Have you happened to encounter any other blade singers? Has anyone else taught you any other schools?
No other blade singers, no.
What about the dragon?
You know-
The little knight,
Well-
Sir
Oh.
Clover?
Yeah, Talavar.
Oh, was he blade singing?
He had the tramp stamp. He had a tramp stamp.
You're right.
Yeah, he
You're
had
right.
like multiple
Sorry,
little...
it's been Talavar.
No, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time we
while.
saw him, yeah.
For some reason, I was remembering him as an Eldritch Knight. Early on in the journey, actually, there was a little pseudo dragon man. Actually, I'll open my book because my silvery barb spell is a drawing of him. Sir Talavar.
Oh, yes, the blustering knight for the Summer Queen. I am familiar with him.
He didn't teach me anything, though. We were still early in our journey, so when I was hearing about how everybody hated these witches, I got kind of defensive about it.
Wait, my brain just broke because I just saw... What
Technical
sliver are you... Yeah.
Silvery barbs.
No, there's like a... Oh, I see what you're... Okay. He's talking
this
about
on the
a
map?
chunk of map that is unrevealed that his brain like could not handle.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
I couldn't even see it because it's like not the same. It's not as dark for me. But yeah, so Razel will say, I mean, he is very skilled. There's a reason why he is a favored knight of Titania, but yeah, annoying. Doesn't shut up. If he spent
that is,
half-
yeah.
if he spent half as much time talking as he did training skill, he could probably take down almost anybody. But he chats a lot.
That's why I turned my story of him into a silvery barb spell.
That is good. If you're ever interested in formally educating yourself in Bladesong, what I gave you was just the tip of the iceberg, and I'm sure you've, developed it on your own, but there are schools for it, many of which originated in the Feywild, specifically the Summer Court. They started it, the tradition, but it developed from there. You could go to the Gloaming Court and learn from the School of the Serpent, or you could go to the Summer Court and truly, join the different colleges of blade singing and get your blade singing marks. And she'll like gesture to her tattoos. You are technically only a fledgling now.
Well, I'll have to consider it. The future is interesting.
The offer is there. I would be happy to take you. I am an ambassador, after all. I'm very familiar with the Summer Court. It's lovely. Hot.
Well, maybe a little bit of time back home first, but...
Oh, right. You're not from here.
But what's a little bit of time to the Fae?
Nothing.
So, I probably will take you up on it, but there's still so much more to do, like read Igilwiv's tomes.
Read secret books. Yeah, so let me get you guys back over to the other map. You can go back to the room, and as you guys are like approaching, Razel's like, okay, so there are these heads, just don't touch them. You're going to end up having to go back to the throne room, and it's a whole thing. Just keep going.
Oh, yeah.
And then yeah.
I go to the door.
Yeah. And hold on. Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot to uncover here.
Actually, before you go in, I'll do another detect magic just to know what we're working with.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I just like peek in every door that we pass by for my completionist brain?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Cool.
He's like, get rid of all these shadows.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so when you guys first enter, this hallway has a sunken floor that is filled to a depth of 3 feet with dark water. Lanterns lit with flickering blue flames hang from the ceiling 30 feet above by short chains, spaced roughly 10 feet apart. They produce this eerie, ghost-like reflections all over the water. And as you take in the scene, an empty sailboat drifts into view from further down the hall and makes its way toward you. So you guys can pile into the boat. Razel will pilot the boat, and I think we're going to take a quick break right there to resolve some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in like hopefully 5 to 7 minutes.
BRB fam. Welcome back.
We are back, and we are going to continue on in the sunken hallway. So the little sailboat, or the flooded hall. Yeah, same thing. Excuse me. So Razel will agree to pilot the boat using the little tiller on it. It has a speed of 20 feet. Aurum is opening every single door that he sees along the way, as is his God-given right. So in the first room, you would see that there are 8 wooden mannequins in tall glass cases, each mannequin wearing a different outfit. So, like, in one of the cases, you would see, like, a child's witchy dress. In another, there's, like, a flamboyant off-the-shoulder, like, very, like, sexy, like, black gown. There's one that's, like, really, like, dark and alluring. Yeah, there's a bunch of clothes in this P36 room.
Wow.
In glass cases.
Man, you know I love a Coke. But they're in cases.
Yeah. Do you continue onward?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pause
Are
and
you
wait for
opening-
Aurum to, because if Aurum's opening doors, like, Clover's gonna stop and wait. She's not gonna, like, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm opening the next door. Let's
Yeah.
go, doors.
Yeah, for sure.
Do
We love opening doors.
First door was like close. Ugh, boring.
Yeah, so flies buzz throughout this chamber, and the grimy marble floor is crawling with maggots. 8 wicker cradles stand upright in the filth. Lashed to each cradle is a 3-foot-long curved wooden pole with a mobile consisting of 3 ornaments dangling at the top of it. Each ornament appears to be a triangular piece of white wood with an elvish letter carved into it. And you can kind of see that there are like small misshapen creatures nesting in the cradles that are like kind of reaching up towards these symbols but can't quite grab them. And I don't know if we have Graph here right now, but Dawn instantly recognizes this room from his dreams.
Oh no.
Where are they now? Where are you?
I'm gonna not say that I closed the door until we get Dawn's reaction, but I'm probably just gonna close the door.
Yeah. So if you guys peer into this dark water in this hallway, which Ego might do, you can see that the depths of this water reveals like thin, pale faces that stares back, and there's like dark monsters swimming past, and you even see glimpses of distant realms in the water.
Oh.
Yeah, but so Graph, for you, Dawn opened up this next room, and it is this like absolutely filthy nursery with 8 cradles in a circular shape in the center of it, and you instantly recognize this from when you had the dream where you were a dead infant, and then found yourself in a nursery filled with these like horrible like pig monster creatures that were like crying. So yeah, there are these little creatures in these cradles, like flapping at these letters, these elvish letters on these mobiles, but they can't reach them.
Yeah, he says, I think I recognize this room.
Should I close the door?
I don't know. He kind of wants to like go inside and explore. Yeah, he's gonna step in.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go alone.
It smells, there's flies buzzing, like you're stepping on maggots. This room is absolutely filthy. Very neglected. Everybody can roll an Arcana check if you would like to try to identify what these creatures are. If there's anything else that anyone wants to do, let me know.
Ego is also
Natural
1.
17. Not that I need it with the
11.
natural 20 down.
Okay, so with the nat 20 and the 17, these are dretches. You would recognize what these little creatures that are like squealing and crying in the cradles are. They're a type of demon. They're one of the weakest types of demon. They basically have to live their lives in a perpetual state of discontent and self-loathing. They're not intelligent. They can't really, in terms of like what demons like do, they're not capable of like doing a lot because they're not very intelligent. But they can just be extremely malicious. And they usually like will mob creatures, and that's how they're able to like hurt and kill. They don't really have a lot of power individually, but in like large groups, they can be dangerous. But they're just like a very lowly type of demon.
Yikes. I back away.
I don't know why she would have these.
Well, you see, as Igwilv, the possessor of the Demonomicon, she would have done all sorts of things with these kinds of creatures, I'm sure. It's fascinating, really. Like this water, which I am doing little watercolor sketches of the realms that I see in deep within.
That is a good guess, but look closer at the cradles.
Yeah, it seems like
Do you think... Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it would suggest taking care of them in some way, shape, or form, but the room is abandoned.
What purpose would Zybilna have to trap 8 very lowly demons in cradles like this? Would you like to go in and look at them?
Yeah.
For some
Is
kind
my
of spell?
detect magic like pinging as I look in the room? I'm not going in, but I'll look.
I mean, the creatures themselves have like demonic magic on them because they're like they're demons.
Yeah.
But there isn't this room definitely has like a powerful magical aura. It's not a specific spell, it's not a specific school, but as you look at it, you get this very strong sense of negative emotion about this room.
Relay that to the people present, because I was like, just like as a warning. If they're going in, she's not going in, but she's going to give them the heads up. Hey, bad vibes, bad magic, bad energy. Just be careful, please.
But for those of you who want to go in and take a closer look, you would see that like they're like almost like stunted like monster pig babies. And if you go and you look at them, like one of these dretches is just like and just like frowning as it like looks at you. It's just and like looks really irritated. Another one is just vomiting, like projectile vomits. It probably gets on anybody that comes near the cradles. Another one is like trying to take something out of the cradle of another dretch that is like very possessively clutching it, like a little toy.
Are these sins?
You're getting closer. Very close.
I thought maybe these might have been people that she knew.
In a sense.
Wronged her?
You can roll go ahead.
I think if she wronged her, she wouldn't put them in cradles.
Are they negative parts of her?
There you go.
Oh.
Annoyance, loathing, rage, disgust, disdain, maliciousness, envy, and jealousy.
She expelled them from herself?
She did?
Well, that would explain how Igwilv, the Great Witch, would be able to be sunny, happy keeper of Prismere, I suppose.
I wouldn't call her sunny and happy, but Keeper of Prismere, yes. But
Well, it's definitely not the aesthetic that I would have associated with the Great Tasha. Maybe the storm room. Oh, and there was the torture chamber full of horrible goo.
Let's not talk about that. So she
What is it
cast them
about-
off. Did she cast them off to become an archfey specifically, or was it separate?
Well, these creatures are really just manifestations of her own suppressed negative emotions. And she's bound them into these physical forms. They may be vile creatures that are manifestations of negative emotion, but they still live. And, well, to slay them would be... there would be consequences. That which was removed would be returned.
I was gonna say, does she not feel them anymore then?
Not so much that she does not feel them, rather they have been heavily suppressed.
Oh.
It is... the scales were tilted, but she has not removed them completely. More, made herself less susceptible to them.
I mean, there's definitely been times where there's things I've felt that I wish that I didn't, but I also feel like without it, I wouldn't be me.
That is a wisdom that few your age are capable of possessing. It is an interesting thought, to be sure. Who are we if we remove the parts of ourselves that hurt?
I do know the weight of sorrow. How much further to the library?
We are close.
Okay.
Let's go.
Move those guys to the token layer. So, you guys can continue going down the hallway. Ah! Oh my god, roll 20. And she will take you guys. I'm gonna grab. You're getting. Oh my god! Yeah, so you can go down. There are no other doors in this hallway, save for the final one. And Razel will look at you with some excitement and says, the secret library is here. And she will push open one of the double doors. And you will see that a dozen floating candles cast dim, flickering lights over this sepulchral window. Sepulchral? I hope I'm saying that right. Like a sepulcher or whatever. Windowless library. Ebony bookshelves are filled with volumes bound in jet black fabric. The books have no titles on their spines, and in the middle of the room, a black quill pen rests on a writing desk, next to a jar of black ink. And I will reveal the room for you.
Oh!
Secret library.
Secret library. Oh my god.
Library.
There's so much more in here than I even thought there would be. Oh, I don't have this kind of time.
I mean,
For
technically
magic,
you do.
for magic eyes, the candles that are floating in this room have magic
Uh-huh.
on them.
Okay.
None of the books are magical.
Okay. But none of the books have titles on the spines.
No.
Do they have titles on their covers if I, like, pull one?
The cover, just like the spine, no title.
And the quill is by itself in the center. There isn't a book with the quill.
Yeah, it's just on a writing desk and a jar of black ink.
Which are also not magical.
No.
Well, let me just open a book.
Yeah, you can open up a book and see that the pages in it are blank, apart from the first page, and where there is like a thin line that has been scribed. Almost like it's a line where the title would go.
I like put a thumb on the chunk of pages and I quickly flip through all of them like a flip book. Yeah.
It's blank.
Can I see if there's magic on the quill? If it's not on any of the books, is there one on the quill?
Could it just be good old normal invisible ink instead of magical invisible anything?
Yeah, I mean, like, everything in this room is, like, faintly magical, but they're not, the quill and the ink are not giving, like, any kind of specific magical aura. You were given titles for all of the books, though. Or for, like, 8 particular tomes that Sean was like, yeah, go check these out. If you would like, I can put them... God, these titles are crazy.
Yeah, they were.
Longest the Horlock.
There's like the city that waits, the faceless lord, Lysandrid, kingdom of the ghouls, the many masks of myth,
Okay.
Nadir of Nessus, prophecies of Explicita Defilus, and Thingizard's Night Balloon.
Let me take this book that I flipped through that was blank, but it has a spot with the title. Let me take it to the writing desk.
Okay.
And let me write one of those titles on the line.
Yeah. So you, they're in lordoms. Pick one. Let me know what tickles your fancy.
The Many Masks of Myth.
Yeah, so you write the Many Masks of Myth, onto that title line there. And as you do, you then flip through the pages again, and the pages are filled with writing.
It becomes the book.
That's
Look.
pretty neat.
I mean, we got titles of books that were in this library, but like, Clover, name a book. Like any book name a book like from your childhood or something.
There's probably like a book
Or in High School Host Club. One of my favorite parts.
I'll grab another.
Primary school house class. I don't know, like some kind of like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab another blank book and I'll write that title as something that I think shouldn't air quote be in this
here.
library, but I want to see if it makes another book.
Yeah. So you write the title of this like children's book onto the space on like another of these empty books, and the ink swiftly evaporates.
No. Okay. You need to know the titles of the books that are here. No way.
she'd give her black book a specific title, or would she just call it?
What are you doing?
Black book.
Demonomicon.
The ink fades quickly.
Ah,
What
spell
about
book.
The ink fades quickly.
Ah,
the city that never, the court that never was?
ah. Okay. Oh,
Right in the Tales of Schlungus the Horlock, the Lightning Prince's lightning rod.
That one
Bigby's
comes
hand
up.
job.
how do you say
That one
this
comes
one?
up.
Yeah, you're right. That one definitely comes up.
Um,
You see the word member many times.
No, yeah. You said try the court that never was.
Yeah.
The ink fades quickly.
No. I think it's all the ones that we know for sure, like the ones that.
The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Everyone looks at the camera.
Well, you know, let me do the prophecies of Explitica.
Prophecies
That
of
one.
Explitica Defilis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to sneeze. 1 second.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Okay.
Bless you.
Yeah, you can write prophecies of Explitica Defilis, and that book will fill in with text.
Oh. I mean, there's books that could be read.
Well, you're the big reader here.
I know, but I don't want everyone to wait on me. Like, I can't read whole books in a. Sure, we all want to go home.
Well, could you like scan them and like get a vague idea of what each of them is about? Like, you don't have to read it, but if there's like pictures or diagrams, or there's like more,
I mean,
a table of contents.
you're the one who really, really wanted to come here. It would be a waste of your time to bring us here and then not look at everything.
Okay. Give me a second. Let me flip through the prophecies.
Yeah, so the Prophecies of Explitica Defilis is just a transcription of a bunch of prophecies that were told by a powerful spirit naga from a world called Earth. Oerth. I never know if that's how that's pronounced. Earth.
Earth, yeah, it's
Earth.
Yeah.
It's just like Earth, but spelled weird.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's like a bunch of stuff going on in here. None of the names are that familiar to you.
It's a book of prophecies from a different plane or something. Put the book
Was
aside.
there something specific you were looking for?
I was hoping to get see some of her spells, or like learn about Baba Yaga, or the Black Books, or
Or the
something
court
with-
that never was.
or the court that never was, or something powerful and useful.
Oh. Well, if you wanted to see her spells, or her spell book, you could probably just ask her. If you were trying to find her black book, even I do not know where that is. As for the court that never was, I would be very careful mentioning that to anybody who is from any of the courts outside of here. That is very forbidden knowledge. Most people had their minds wiped of it.
Yeah, I know.
But she could probably help you with that. But I mean, she's not going to be bothered by you going through her secret library. If you want to know something from her, you could just ask. She's not going to give you the Demonomicon, though.
But she has it? I mean, I don't want it.
Or she might just have it memorized.
I do not know where she keeps that one. That one is particularly nasty. But she does have one that is about her personal dealings with Jubilex, who is the demon prince of oozes and slimes. And she then used that knowledge and incorporated it into the Demonomicon, which is her magnum opus. So if you wanted to learn about Jubilex...
Wow. She's so witchy. Okay.
Who?
Well, if you say that she would be fine with just showing me these things, then I'm okay with not snooping anymore.
Ego. And Razel will, like, come up to you and, like, put her hands on your shoulders and, like, is like, look at me. Do you think that I would take a student who is unworthy of knowing a fraction of what my mistress knows?
No, but I didn't know she was your mistress either. I thought you were just... I don't really know why you helped me.
Oh, well, because I found you out in the wilds. No domain, you had no guidance, and when you are truly in the wilds, you are most at risk as you know, somebody coming from the material plane. Perhaps it was pity, but it was more than that. I could have just left you there to die, and it might have been a more merciful thing. But do you think it would have been? Or do you think you deserve to live?
Yeah, I do.
Good, I agree, and that is why I saved you, and that is why I taught you my craft. And the fact that you just walked into a nursery full of vile, stinking dretches that all represent negative emotions and decided to show them mercy, and you also have only stolen one thing that Zybilna is going to take back.
It's not stolen unless we leave with it.
You're borrowing. Yeah,
We're borrowing.
Yeah, so, you know, I think, all in all, the good here that you have done outweighs the questionable. And I think if you just ask... Zybilna is generous. She is known for granting wishes. She could surely help you with whatever it is you want to learn.
Well, then I think that she has waited long enough.
Oh! All right, do you want to go see her?
Yeah.
All right, let's take this boat back. And you guys can boat your way back.
Bye, library.
The boater.
And
Bye,
we can
library.
yoink you back over to this map. So you guys are over here right now. And you can approach the time-frozen Zybilna. Yeah, so you guys, you know her true name now, so you can wake her up if you want, or you can, like, do the cauldron. You basically have a couple different ways that you can go about this.
We want to just get everybody, or do we want to talk with just her first?
I feel like we might as well just free everyone, right?
I definitely think if we get everybody, they'd be kind of respectful of the fact that we wanted to talk to Zybilna. So.
Wait, we can get everybody at once?
Yeah.
Okay, we should try
Seems
that.
like. Yeah.
That's what the poem.
Oh,
Sean was
gotcha.
saying he was saying it's an incantation that will, like, undo the time stop on everyone.
Gotcha. And then we should try that. Yeah.
Alrighty. We need the person that's holding the unicorn horn to touch it, and
That's you.
Yeah, you
that's-
took it. Yeah, you took it to get Ringle run out.
You're right. I do have it. You're so right. I need to have it one last time. Was it in lore dumps?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. I tap the unicorn horn on the edge of the cauldron like a conductor.
Uh-huh. Tink, tink, tink. And you stare into this, like, black maw of this, like, giant iron cauldron.
Okay. 8 cats perch atop 8 dead attending. 8 lizards flee from 8 rats scavenging. 8 toads climbing meet 8 dead and falling. 8 snakes sneak under 8 bats screaming. 8 eyes open, always dreaming, all on the cauldron that is ever seeming.
So you speak these words, and this shuddering of, like, magical power emanates out from this cauldron. And it's sort of like when you hear that, like, sped up reverse footage noise of, like people talking backwards. You begin to hear that rapidly, and suddenly all around you there is just an explosion of activity as all of these people who were, like, in the middle of being shocked and like scared by the actions of the Hourglass Coven here are brought back into it, and then immediately confused, kind of like everybody else that you guys have brought out. But once more able to move, Zybilna lurches forward with a step and then quickly regains her balance. "Damn, too late!" she says with a snarl. Her eyes dart around in search of enemies, and she sees her court, but then her eyes fix on you. "Have we met?" she asks.
No. I put the unicorn horn down on the ground. No.
We're here to,
Help.
well, help. We have helped.
Help.
You're frozen in time. Now you're not. And he kind of sort of gestures around.
She smirks at you. "So it is you that I have to thank for freeing me from the time-stopping magic that my sisters trapped me in?"
Yes.
Yeah. It's been a long journey.
Oh, and our friend Saoirse over there that's asleep on the
Yeah.
table.
Should we do something? Is she gonna be okay?
We were told she just needs to sleep it off, like, at least 12 hours. She needs, like, an actual proper sleep without disturbing her.
Okay, like, cause she is the, like, sleeping person. Like, that's like the okay.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah,
not.
Bad
She's not.
part.
She's not like how she looked before. She does look healthier.
Us and our friend Saoirse, who's having a little bit of a nap. We defeated the Hourglass Coven. We defeated the League of Malevolence. And we freed your court.
Rule of threes.
As you're talking,
Rule
like,
of threes.
the more you go on, like, as soon as you mention the Hourglass Coven, like, she is hanging on every word that you say, Ego. And she is, like, regarding you, like, with a very, like, intense and severe, like, unblinking stare, but it's not malicious. It's very, like, openly curious. She's not hiding that fact. And she looks, like, kind of troubled and asks, "What has happened to Prismir? In my
Well,
stead, what did my sisters seek to do?"
they each took one of part, and they kind of like separated them, so there was no crossing between them. And they had were they wishing wells? What are the wells?
The Owells.
The O wells were corrupted.
They messed a lot of things up.
Yeah, and made a lot of not nice deals with people of the citizens of Prismir. And made a lot
And
of people
the
suffer.
good citizens died too.
They killed?
Yeah.
Oh, just 1 second. I've got dinner. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to eat all of this. Holy smokes. Okay, sorry, I just got a food delivery and it's like a lot.
Hither had flooded and was starting to be overrun with banditry. The children of Thither were forced into servitude. Yon was beset by storms and conflict alike.
This
They
is
put the
very
Briganox and the
Correct.
Correct.
Corrids against each other.
This is very troubling to hear. It is going to take considerable time and effort to undo this damage that you speak of. And to think that they took lives. And
Well, you get what you give. And we're not exactly around to cause any more trouble.
you get what you give and you gave it right back to them.
Yep,
Good.
they forced our hand.
Well. On behalf of all of the denizens of Prismir, and myself, Zybilna, granter of wishes, and she will drop to a knee before all of you, and like all of the courtiers that are around like gasp, and they all straight up like drop to their knees and like go into like very deep bows. Like Razel, who is behind you, gasps and also like falls to her knees. And she'll look up at the group of you. She says, "I thank you for what you have done. I thank you for
Oh god.
righting
Oh, no.
wrongs, and I thank you for freeing me." And she'll stand up. You have done me kindness beyond measure. Unwarranted, too. And so I would ask, what kindness may I bestow upon you in kind? I am the giver of wishes.
Well, could we get back to you in like 12 to 18 hours after Saoirse wakes up?
And she kind of like chuckles at that. I suppose there is no time limit on the returning favor that is done for me, so that is fine. You are, of course, welcome here in the Palace of Heart's Desire, or all of Prismir, in perpetuity, so long as you continue to respect the rules here. You can make yourself at home. I shall see to it that my butler Thinnings can get rooms for you all if you wish to stay.
Yeah.
I suppose, I must say, my round table is not the place for a nap, and I will have
No.
to have a conversation with your friend when she wakes up.
Oh,
I put her there.
She was passed out
I
way
put her
before
there.
we
It was
put her
me.
there.
Why would you put her on a table? Does that look like a place for someone to take a nap?
Well, we were in a rush.
There was the League of Malevolence was acting up, and we wanted to put her somewhere safe.
The League.
They're mostly gone
remember.
now.
They were the distraction that my sisters had sought to meddle with my cauldron.
Yeah, they were still here.
Not anymore, it sounds like.
No.
Would it take a wish to get our lost things put back into us?
Lost things. My
Right.
sister.
It's
Took
a
things-
long story. Your sis,
Yeah.
yes. When we were, for most of us, it was when we were really young, but
That will not cost you a wish. This I will do freely, because I seek to restore what was taken from you, and right a wrong. The things that you have lost, could you lay them before me, please? Or hold on to them. I just need to see them. So those of you who have lost things, you can hold up your lost things there. And Zybilna will begin to recite an incantation in Sylvan, and the room that is around you becomes filled with the light of like sunset and twilight, this like purple orange glow to it. And for a moment, the group of you are blinded, and when you come out of this like temporary flash where all of your senses are just overwhelmed, the items that you held in your hands are no longer there, and for the first time each of you takes a deep breath, and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have been made whole. You are now able to get inspiration, and your curses that you had are permanently gone. Your characters have been made whole once again. So all of those conditions that you guys were suffering from, be it bad luck, lack of direction, the inability to smile, those abilities have been returned to you. How does it feel?
Better.
Right?
Proper.
Good.
That is like nodding along,
Fourth word.
right?
Now you say my sisters took these things from you as children.
Oh, not me.
The three of us that started this journey.
And so you had to live your whole lives incomplete.
Yep.
If you wish it, I can see you put back to that moment in time when you were young, when you were whole, when you were carefree. And I can see to it that you are able to live your lives without ever experiencing the pain of having something taken from you that you didn't know could be lost. If you wish it.
This is not the worst thing that's ever been taken from me.
Me neither. And though there was a lot of bad things, I got to go on this journey with my friends because of it. And learned a lot more about myself that I don't want to forget.
I know the bells are crazy.
I know, I was like, hello?
Right?
So you would choose to continue living with this pain for the sake of knowledge?
It hasn't been all bad.
It wouldn't give me my mom back, and then I never would have met my friend or any of these people. I'd be alone anyway.
I'd still
Doesn't
be
fix anything.
trapped in my cycle. And I need to break that.
I respect this. This is what I would consider to be the wiser choice. Ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And though you may hurt from the things that have happened to you, I would guess that now more than ever you are better equipped to deal with those things.
I'd like to think we are.
So
Should we go get Saoirse into a proper bed?
Oh yeah. I'll just sit her on the table. My bad.
Yeah. I think she has something very specific to ask of you, so
Mhm. I think hers is probably one of the more important ones that needs to be addressed.
Let me... A moment. And with a snap of her fingers, Zybilna vanishes, and she's gone for like a couple minutes.
Okay.
And nobody seems like phased by this, but like all of these people that are around, like there are a ton of pixies. There are elves here. There are goblins, quicklings, like little.
Oh my god, did they all owe us favors because we just released everybody?
All of these guys like swarm you. They are like going crazy.
Oh no.
I'm like nodding over at some of the goblins, and in Goblin, I'm saying like, "Hey, how are you?
hi, how are you?
How's it
Lovely
going?"
now that we're having.
I'm really great now that I'm not frozen in time, thank you.
That's really good. You know, I knew that speaking Goblin would come in useful a couple times.
Well, of course, speaking Goblin is the most useful language that there is if you're going to be with goblins, and why would you want to be with anyone that isn't a goblin?
Exactly.
Yeah, so all of these people are just like singing your praises and are like wanting to hear about all of your adventures and like all of the things that you did. So for like a few minutes, like you guys basically can just like tell these people like what happened because they're like wrapped and they want to know. Like there's even a bullywug here, so like.
Oh, that's your king. Here's your king right there.
Oh my god.
The 19th was my king, and then like you can explain everything that happened.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, you're like a couple kings behind.
Yeah.
It's a democracy now.
It's a democracy now.
Yeah, I heard they're in the technology age.
Oh my god.
They got skyscrapers now.
Thank you for the Game Master reroll, St. Andrew. I will add that.
They're
thank
gonna
you.
have Bullywug 911.
Oh no! Don't give that to them!
Did you see that there was also a D12 given?
I did not.
Spin Lippy.
Oh, thank you.
Spin Lippy.
D12, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
So, Zybelna will appear after a few minutes. Alright. The guest wing has been cleansed.
Cleansed?
Yeah, and she has like some sort of black ichor like dripping from her fingers, and like you can see it's actually there's a little bit of black ichor like sprayed onto her like robes that she's wearing.
Oh.
And she has a very feral look in her eye, like when she first appears.
Are you alright?
Of course. Just making sure that interlopers have been dealt with.
Which one was that? Was that the League?
No, the League. It would seem. I popped into the dining room, and there were some very noble heroes there that had apprehended Kellic. I leave them to their business.
Is it this frog? The frog out of my bag.
And the frog is like, oh my gosh, hi! And jumps over to Zybelna, and she'll go, oh, Egric, I'm so glad that you're okay. This is my familiar. This is Egric. He's a quasit. I'm a frog!
Oh my god!
And she like flicks him on the head, and he like in a poof of like foul sulfurous smoke, poofs into this like spiky little like yellow skinned creature with these like big bulbous black eyes and this tiny little mouth filled with like needle-like teeth. And he goes, I'm a quasit. Sorry, I lied.
I knew you weren't a frog.
It's okay. I don't think any of us fully believed you.
Oh man.
You tried a little bit too hard.
I believed him. I thought he was a frog.
Oh, buddy. I don't think Clover looked well, unless he popped up magically on her detect magic, then she would have known. Oh, I think she did know.
Yeah, he popped up with just
getting
wrapped in
transmutation
so
on
much
Yeah,
transmutation.
yeah. So Aurum was the only one convinced that he was actually a frog. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Love that for him.
But yeah, so she'll take you guys up to the second floor. Over where are you?
Where are we?
There's so many tokens. We're gonna put you here, we're gonna put you here, we're gonna put you here. We're gonna grab a Clover, we're gonna grab a Saoirse. And she will take you to these rooms that are over here on the left. Let me delete that. And get you guys set up in guest rooms. And we'll oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Let's see. Okay. So before you guys get put into, like get shown to your rooms formally, she will say, A quick word. If you are not familiar, there is a rule here in Prismir of reciprocity. And I am going to see to it that the group of you is fairly rewarded for what you have done to free myself and the denizens of my domain from my sister's ill magic. However, and she looks over at you, Dawn,
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah,
give me my sword back.
I was going to bring it up when I thought it was would be appropriate. Your pet, the Jabberwock, was causing a bit of issue, and I wanted to be able to properly defend myself if it came back for a second round. And I'll hand it over.
You would kill my sweet pet?
No.
And like the rooms darken around you and her hair goes from like white to black.
Oh.
You would kill my Jabberwock?
More like I would deter it because it was keeping us from freeing you.
So yeah, you say that, and then like Razel, it's gonna be so great trying to switch between like a Russian and Spanish accent right now. I'm about to butcher the crap out of this. And Razel's also like, Zybelna, it is okay. They did not wish to kill the Jabberwock. He was just eaten by Bloody Beak. He will be back. And she's like,
He will be back.
Bloody Beak does love to eat the Jabberwock. makes for a very high protein snack.
High protein snack is crazy.
Let's get you all set up. And when your friend is awoken and you are all ready to speak with me about your payment, come and find me. You may, just seek me out, ring this bell, and she'll give you like a tiny silver bell, that has like little nightingales all over it. Ring this and when you are ready to speak, and we can talk about your payment. But for now, I am going to do the arduous work of rebuilding my palace and my domain.
Good luck. Apologies
Thank
in
you.
advance. It's a lot.
When you have lived the kind of life that I have, you are used to cleaning up messes. This is a bad one. It's not
Yeah.
the worst one.
Okay.
Come, Razel, and Razel will make sure that you didn't want. If you wanted to speak with her anymore, she's willing to stay. But otherwise, she's gonna dip, and like they're gonna leave you guys. Yeah. So yeah, you guys have successfully freed Zybelna from time. That is technically like almost, other than the repayment, the completion of this module. So, if you would all like, you can have a long rest.
Yes,
you
please.
Can just confer with each other, speak, say or do anything that you would like to do with some free time for your characters. The floor is yours.
We level up.
You do level up. You do
Do we
level
really?
up. Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my god, we level up.
Yeah. So you can.
Well, that
you can
means
work
I'd
on
be
that.
That means I'd be drawing tonight, sitting crisscross applesauce on the bed.
Nice. Anything
Oh,
that
nothing
anyone
happened.
wants to do.
Do you guys know what you're gonna ask for her? From her?
No.
To be honest, I have no idea.
I mean,
I mean,
I thought about it a lot, that I would ask for the black books or powerful magic, to ask her to take me on as an apprentice or something. But really, I just want my heart back. I want this curse to be dealt with so that I can live a nice, weird, not normal at all life.
Do you think that's something she would be able to grant?
She is a favorite of Baba Yaga. If she can't do it, I'm sure she could get me in contact with her, Mother of Mothers. And that's the one who did this to me in the first place. She has to be able to undo it.
Hmm. I hope so.
Me too.
I guess I just want to find a way to get back in contact with my friend.
That seems more doable.
Because he's still trapped. I don't know if I could get him out or get to him. I do miss my wings, but these boots help, so I'm not so concerned about that now.
They do. Maybe Zybilna can reinstate that connection.
Well,
Make it like...
The wings were not from my friend. The wings were from the mask, the man of many faces.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, she can give you... I don't know, she can make it like you never lost your magic.
Maybe, but my magic came from my friend, so I don't know. It took both sides of the magic, is what I'm saying.
But
so
that's
I don't
what
know.
I'm saying. When you lost your magic, when you overextended,
Yeah.
you didn't just lose the magic that, you know, made you fly, but you also lost your connection. So maybe you can...
Reestablish connection? Maybe?
Yeah, reestablish both.
That would be nice.
You lost them at the same time. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, though.
I'm not sure either. I don't know how that worked.
I'm pretty content.
Well, there's nothing else that anyone wants to say.
No.
Okay. You guys can get a long rest. You all have dreamless sleep. Peaceful and dark. We're not going to do a dream sequence right now at 11:09 p.m. I know, so everybody's like, hold, the quest is done. You guys get a break from the Fae Lost Dreams for one night.
I did know what I was going to take for my first 5th level spells, so
Yeah, what are you taking?
The drawings that Ego makes that night talking with her friends is, the first one is a watercolor painting using the water from the secret hallway. And it is this ornate watercolor painting of all of the mushroom rings. They're all different colors and they're dancing. And then there's so it's all pretty watercolors, and then with drippy black ink, there's a rune that's drawn in the center of the mushroom circle for teleportation circle.
So technically, Sam gave you the info for that way back when.
Yes.
So that's a freebie. So
that's a
I
knew that.
Okay.
That's the drawing for it.
Okay.
And then there is a drawing of Ego with their teacher, practicing their blade singing, for the spell Steel Wind Strike.
Oh my god, amazing.
Oh my god.
And then, because that one was the freebie, the last extra one would be it's lagging. It was probably going to be animate objects, which would be Ego in their room, or in like the main room at their mother's cabin, with all of the ladle is turning in the cauldron, the broom is sweeping the floor, the cutlery is chopping up potatoes and carrots. So like everything is sort of, you know, doing their own thing.
Nice. And you know, funnily enough, when you go down to like the kitchen to get some breakfast in the morning, there's a bunch of animated cutlery, and like all kinds of like no, like literally is that like they were frozen in time, but there's like a cart with like a bunch of like little like guys on it, but there's only one that can speak. What is it? Its name is Demitas, and I think it's a spoon.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
And reminder, the 2 circles that Sam taught me was...
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to double check what those are.
I believe I might have requested one in Waterdeep.
Yeah, I think the other one that he gave you, because you wanted help getting to Baba Yaga.
Yes.
So I think he might have given you another one to get to her domain.
Noted. Okay.
So, yeah, you can totally take those. Oh my god. What?
That one was a bit dramatic.
Yeah, that was like a little bit much. But yeah, so then in the morning, Saoirse, you also can wake up. We'll say that everybody gets enough rest time that you are out of your, magically induced slumber, and you wake up in like a very fluffy, like, green bed in a green room with green carpeting, green wallpaper, green desk, everything's green. Definitely not where you fell down, but it's really comfy. But you don't see any of your friends around.
Yeah, I'll just go, I think... yeah, I think Saoirse just sort of wanders out of the room and just starts looking around.
Oh, I probably would have stayed in Saoirse's room until she woke up.
Oh,
so
okay.
I would have been there. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Clover's there when you wake up.
She's like, you can see she's like concentrating because she's trying to figure out which spell she wants.
Yeah, then Saoirse will just sort of sit and wait, I guess.
Are you awake? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm awake.
Sibylna's free. She's awake too.
That's good.
We all waited to like cash in on our reward. Wanted to make sure you were awake for it. But sounds like everything's good now. My bad luck's gone.
That's good.
Yeah. You want to go see her?
I suppose we should, yes.
Okay, the bell's in the other room. I'll take you to the other room. Well, we should find the others first, and then we'll ring the bell. Are you okay?
I'm awake.
That's not what I asked.
I'm not sure.
That's okay. You don't have to be sure. I'll like grab your hand and squeeze it and like lead you to go find the others.
Yeah, so you guys can all regroup. Before you ring the bell, Saoirse, coming in through the window in your room, like as you're like kind of like leaving, like a little pale blue butterfly floats in, and it like lands on your shoulder. Princess! Princess! It speaks to you.
Yes.
Princess, your father said I bear a message from your father.
Oh, no.
I've been flying for so long.
I'm sorry. What
Your
did
father
you say?
wants to speak with you. But he said that he could sense that you were like in Zybilna's like in her home and that he like an invitation. He needs to be invited.
Okay.
He needs to make sure there's an invitation before he just shows up. But he's ready to speak with you. He'll come and visit for as long as he can.
Okay. Do you want to rest? Okay.
Yes, my wings hurt.
Yeah, you can stay here.
Do you have any nectar?
Yeah. I'll just make druidcraft some, like,
Yeah, I can do that.
didn't, but I
You can just
can't.
druidcraft some like flowers there.
Yeah.
And the butterfly is like, oh, thank you, princess, you're such a nice god. And the butterfly will
They're all snowdrops.
this.
That's
So it's just
amusing.
like a bunch of snowdrops.
Oh, I do love a chili treat. And then
Sorry.
the butterfly will.
Yeah.
It's very snowdrops are they have like very cooling treat to have, you know. And so the butterfly will partake of the nectar from the little flowers, and then the group of you can gather up together. Saoirse's got a butterfly and some flowers in her hands.
She's got like a butterfly on this shoulder, a mushroom on this shoulder, and she's still carrying her little potted tree.
And Philip, who's like
And
probably
Philip,
on your
who's
head.
yeah, he's like right on perched on her head.
Whoa. So, are we ready?
I think so.
I think so.
Let's do
I'll
this
ring
and
the bell.
go home. Yeah, ring that bell,
Alrighty.
girl.
You can ring that bell.
I'm ringing the bell.
And Zybilna will once again appear before you on a breeze. She's like kind of carried in on a breeze with like the sound of wind chimes and bells. She will appear before you, ready to answer the summons, and we will deal with the gifts that she has to give to you all for the kindness that you have done her at the beginning of next session. But technically, with this, we are done with the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And I think based on the things that you guys were saying you wanted from her, it sounds like these wishes that she's going to grant for you are going to pave the way for what comes next.
Yeah.
So-
Oh boy.
What comes next, Victoria?
You know, I'm still working on it. We're still... Yeah.
God, am I sensing like a time skip? Because I hear people want to go home.
I'm thinking the time skip
Yeah.
is happening.
Yeah.
I think that, yeah.
I'm-
So I think what's gonna happen is like she will take your wishes, and you guys will have a little bit of time to spend at the palace.
Okay.
You know, just to like decompress. And she can also send you home if you want. She will give you like a teleportation. Well, teleportation circle is on the same plane, isn't it? She'll still give you
Yeah.
a teleportation circle for her palace. Ego, the black room up at the top over here, that can just be like your room, and she'll give you like a teleportation circle that will basically just like send you back there. But like, so, and she'll provide you guys with like crossings to be able to get back and forth between Prismere and the material plane. But yeah, you guys will have some time if you wanted to go to the material plane, because I know some people have family that they want to check up on. and any sort of like counsel that is needed on like how to deal with curses or other situations, she will be able to provide, as well as the granting of wishes and other asks that you guys have. But I think we're gonna dive into all of that next time, just because they're all very like leading us into what comes next.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so good game, everyone.
GG!
You did
We
it.
made
You
it.
completed
We did
the
it.
module. That's the Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Thank you, Victoria. That
Oh
was
my
well done.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Finally,
We did
another
it.
finished game underneath my belt.
Yeah.
Aw.
And hey, this is the first module I've ever completed as a player or
is.
as a
Exactly.
DM.
Congratulations.
Victoria.
You
I
did
did
it.
it.
Goodness, what
You
a-
did it.
No one else would I want to DM
Almost.
this module.
Just over 2 years to the day.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think it was like the 15th of May 2022. We started.
Yeah.
And now we have to rebrand.
I know we have to rebrand.
Now
We
have
gotta
to
do a little
rebrand.
bit of rebranding, y'all. We
I
gotta...
don't know, maybe
Dang, we might need to
beyond-
get more art. If only there was an
no.
artist
no.
around.
Crazy.
Oh,
An
man.
artist that recently moved and needs to pay his rent.
Oh man, that's crazy. Good luck though.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, yeah, we can figure all of that out. But yeah, I still have not decided what I wanna. I was thinking like Beyond the Wilds. I don't know. I still have to think about it.
I think
Or
it
the
should be
wild-
called
wild-
Beyond the Wild Things.
Wilds.
The Wild Beyond, the Wild
It'll
Beyond
be
the
a
Witchlight.
surprise for all of you. Our
If we
friends
get
in
it
chat.
in time, we'll have a. If
We'll
we get
figure
in
it
time,
out.
We'll do a cool
We'll figure it out.
transition thing on the screen.
I
That
mean,
it
yeah.
will change.
Yeah, we'll probably keep it the Wild Beyond the Witchlight because now we're kind of in like epilogue mode of
Right.
like figuring out like what everyone wants to do.
God, are we
so
gonna go and talk to Witch and Light and be like, "Well, we did it.
we did it,
we
you
fixed
dumb,
it."
you dumb stinkers. Yeah, but I think so for next week, it will still be the Wild Beyond the Witchlight for like a little while because, like I said, epilogue stuff. But so for next week, the requests that you guys have for having completed this task, you can also go back to the Watcher, and technically,
We
I
did,
need to get,
yeah.
I need to get my familiar.
You get karma.
yeah, you can get karma back. So yeah, the requests that you have of Zybilna for saving her domain, if there are any other like wrap-up tasks that in Prismere, such as like getting karma back that you guys want to do, just have
Getting
like a
her
little
dad.
list of those ready, and you can send them to me in your individual chats. So yeah, like maybe for Saoirse, it's like getting permission for dad to come and visit. For Ego, it could be like getting the karma back. For Dawn, it
You
could
guys
be
get to
like
meet my dad.
I'm also like, how likely is it that Tasha has ink to copy spells? Because I got scrolls that I need to copy.
yeah. Yeah. Well, you can always, you'll never know unless you ask. So, right, yeah, send me all of that stuff in your, like, individual character channels. Because, like, maybe Dawn needs to go back and see, like, what progression in democracy has happened.
God.
You need to
Oh my
know
God,
your
yes!
They're gonna be like, we invented these things called machine guns.
Oh no.
And,
Have
and
one.
sell you
Bomb.
liar phones?
Oh my
We have cell
god.
phones and nuclear
No.
bombs now.
Oh my god.
And also
You
the
do-
internet.
You need to go give
Fully
them
woke internet.
their last. You have to go give them their last decree.
Yeah, they have, like, social media called, like, Ribbit and, like, Croaker
Oh
or
my
something.
God.
Oh
like
my
that.
god!
Yeah, but it's rib.it.
Yeah, and then Croaker
I'm
is
here for it.
CROAKR.
Yeah.
Croaker, yeah.
Yeah, because
I know
that's
what goes
the way
on
that people-
Croaker.
Some crazy stuff. You're about to see the whole frog. on
It's
there.
wild on Croaker.
Yeah.
Eventually, at the end of the
Everyone's just
campaign, you
trying to
come
get
back
to
and
the-
they've all just ascended and come to higher consciousness.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
We did
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, so any like loose ends that you guys would have in Prismere specifically, And then if there are any things that are like material plane that you want to do as like maybe like a singular contained like RP, like, you know, maybe like a little 15-minute thing, like, you know, Don just wants to go back to his family and say that they're okay, that's fine. Or if you all want to go and meet Don's family and we turn it into a bigger thing, that's also fine. You guys can chat about all of that in the server. But
I've got that teleportation circle to Waterdeep, guys, and I've heard that people are looking for this thing called the Stone of Galore.
Oh, no,
my God.
A
no.
little sidebar.
No, no,
between
no,
these
no.
things.
I've heard that there's this place called the Yawning Portal Tavern, and that also maybe
Listen.
Raynar Neverember has gone missing.
Don't
Is-
threaten
and
me
stuff's
with a
going
good
down in
time, 'cause my
Vandelver?
man's is in that city.
I would actually love to run Dragon Heist. That would be a
Starting
lot
at
of-
level 9.
Oh, Victoria.
Yeah, you know what? St. Andrew is right. We're gonna call it the Scone of Galore, and it's going to be like a pastry-themed heist instead.
Honestly,
It's
better.
just the whole pastry themed
An improvement, honestly. An improvement on the trip.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so if you guys do decide, like, you know, like maybe like we'll have some conversations in like the communal channels this week about like what everyone wants to do next. I know that the things that happen after the wishes is probably going to have a big impact on that, but like, again, if anyone wants to go to the material plane to check anything, do anything, let me know. But yeah, we'll like resolve hopefully most of that and get you started on your threads for beyond the Witchlight, beyond the wild, beyond the Witchlight.
Beyond the wild, beyond the Witchlight.
Yeah.
Working title.
I don't know. Beyond
Oh no.
the stuff that happens next.
The stuff that happens next.
I
Beyond
should
the-
never have
yeah.
suggested that.
Yeah, beyond the wild Beyonce. That's it. Well, cool. Hey, so thank you as always to my amazing, lovely, wonderful, kind, sweet, and funny players for joining me on this Feywild journey. The one chapter closes, another one begins, and we will see what comes next together in a week. Thank you to those of you that are watching either right now or in the future. So those of you who are in chat, Spin Lippy and St. Andrew 69, thank you so much for being active in the chat. We sincerely appreciate you
I
being
appreciate
here.
you guys keeping me company while I was asleep.
I know, and I do want to say,
you.
Iris specifically, thank you very much for being here tonight. I know it was literally like my character passes out for 24 hours and then silence. So I appreciate you sitting here through all of that. I know
I knew the risks.
Yeah. Big magic, baby. So yeah, thank you to Little Dragon Corp and Cobra Castle Games. Thank you, Suncraft, Sirenscape. Join our Discord.
Yeah.
Subscribe to our YouTube. Yeah, so there's gonna be like a charity thing happening. I should have
On the
like,
7th,
properly written
June
it down.
7th.
Yeah, so June 7th, we're doing a charity stream. We're doing like a 24-hour stream to support like research for Alzheimer's this time
Called
around.
The Longest Day.
For the longest day. Thank you for knowing the details that I don't, Kristy. I mean, I do have them, I just don't know them off the top of my head.
I should know them.
Yeah. June 7th, for the longest day, we're going to be doing a 24-hour stream. And I will be DMing, and Kristy is going to be doing gaming. So, make sure you show up and watch. And, it'll be super fun. Is there Fandelver tomorrow?
No, there's no it's an off week for Pandelver tomorrow.
No Fandelver.
We will be back the
None.
following week though, next Friday.
Enjoy your Friday.
Enjoy your Friday.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening.
Have a nice Friday night. And with that, the next time you go on a wild and whimsical adventure with your friends to free an archfey queen and maybe recover a little bit of your lost selves along the way, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see you back here next week for the epilogue stuff. of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh,
Love you, bye.
oh,
Thank you, Victoria.
bye.
Love you, bye.
Thank you.
Yippee!